16 boards, match points, declare play only. So the auction's going to be given to us. We'll take a look at the auction, mostly so that we get a sense of what we've promised. Can be important in deciding whether to conceal information, or if the robots might think that we have a different hand than we actually hold, robots or opponents. And then we'll try and take as many tricks as we can. That's the idea, at least. So a club by our partner. We bid a heart. Our partner bids 2 hearts. Now, this hand falls into like a really bit of a gray area category opposite the like 15 to 17 no trump opener. I know partner didn't open a no trump, but this means that partner is limited to like good 14 counts over there. And we could be making a game if partner has like a perfectly fitting hand and a maximum. That to me kind of suggests that match points, especially with a very weak trump suit, like we're missing a lot of spots. We don't have good trump honors, and we don't have a fit for partner's club suit, that I think we should probably just pass 2 hearts and accept the loss that if someone else is playing a 14 to 16 no trump range, they open a no trump on partner's hand, of course we're going to get to game with our hand. And the 24 high card point game might come home. It might not, though. So I would be very willing to just play 2 hearts. I think even at imps, there's a big difference between getting overboard to a thin game, non-vulnerable, and, just safely accepting a plus position and trying to take like 9 or 10 tricks in your part score contract. Like, if everything goes right, sometimes 10 tricks is still going to be really difficult. And, even if the entire rest of the field is in game, only 30% of them are making it. So, the difference between 170 or 140 and 110 is probably very few match points, but we would still be doing better than the field just by avoiding a kind of thin game. Anywho, we decide to make a game try with 2 spades. Partner bid the game. Let's take a look at what partner has. So partner has a 14 count, balanced, would be opening a no trump for a lot of people in the 14 to 16 range. We would have ended up in probably 4 hearts, although 3 no trump looks like it has some potential to be a final spot. And I don't think we're too happy with where we've ended up. We have at least 2 heart losers most of the time, and 2 diamond losers. So if we just play it in 2 hearts, we could afford to lose 2 diamonds, a diamond ruff, and 2 trumps from there and still make our contract. Or, 2 diamonds and a spade ruff or something and 2 trumps. Well, anyway, we're here now. So we get the 10 of spades lead, as does the rest of the field. This feels like we probably just try and play on trumps, and the question is going to be how to play on trumps. So is there any reason to not lead a heart to the king? Let me think about that for a second. Like, if East has the heart ace, we definitely want to just lead a heart to the king and play back another heart, and then there won't be any spade ruff, there won't be any diamond ruff. Because obviously West is led from a singleton or doubleton spade. If West has the heart ace, we still might be okay when we play a heart to the king, because West might be leading from a doubleton spade with only 2 hearts. So West might, for example, win the ace of hearts, play back a spade, we win in our hand and lead a heart up towards the jack – and cover whatever West plays. And then either East might have no entry. I mean, that seems pretty unlikely. West probably doesn't have the ace-king of diamonds because they didn't lead one. Or even if East does have a diamond entry, West might only have 2 trumps. So that's definitely like very much percentage. Is there any reason to go against the percentages here and try something else, like either leading the jack of hearts, planning to finesse, or playing low heart to the 8? I don't really see anything in the auction that necessarily indicates that would be the right way to play the hand, so I think I'm just going to win the spade queen and lead a heart to the king. Okay. Well, we'll play the king of hearts. Hearts were 5-0. All right. It looks like spades were 5-1. So let me just think about this for a second. If I pull another trump, and then play spades, West might be able to duck. One round, rough the next round, and then just stick me and dummy, and I'll eventually lose the long club. If I rough the club in my hand first, it's possible West started with 4 clubs, and I'll have effectively set up a long club for West. If I plan spades now, West can rough and eventually get over to East sand and diamonds for second spade rough. So I guess it probably makes sense to try and score my diamond trick now. If I'm able to set up or cash a diamond trick, then I believe I can go ace king of clubs, club rough, and then just start playing spades. So this still might not work. East might have both the ace and king of diamonds and give West 2 spade ruffs, but I don't think there's anything I can do to avoid that. Oh, now that I'm thinking about it, I probably couldn't have done anything about this line of play either. I guess I'm going to try and force West to rough. Oh, they really did lead from a doubleton with 5 trumps. All right, nice. We've established the hand entry. The opponents have made a little bit of a mistake in the defense here. If East had just ducked that jack of diamonds, we would have lost an extra club trick in the end. I don't think there was anything I could actually have done against this layout of cards. I think I'm always down 3 if they defend correctly. Like, I'm not sure there was I don't know if there's anything I could actually have done from here. Well, ace king of clubs, club rough, and then go after diamonds? No, but then East just wins the diamond ace and forces the jack of hearts, and West gets 2 trump tricks. Maybe there's something I'm not seeing, but I feel a little bit clearer on my lines of play today. I'm going to click the double dummy button and see if there's anything I could do. There was not. Well, I don't feel too bad because there was literally nothing that could have been done on this hand, but the opponents kind of misdefended in the end, which was fortunate for us. All right, what happened here? Oh no. Two spades on our right. So we have a 19 count. We do have a spade stopper, but this hand just like isn't good for a 2 no trump overcall. We don't love the double either because we only have 3 hearts, and especially because we have such short spades with 3-card heart suit and a very good 3-card heart suit. Like, we would very much prefer if our hearts were ace king small to ace king queen. That way we wouldn't be roughing with a, trump honor on the second round of the spade suit. But we gotta start with double, right? 4 spades, pass. 5 clubs is insane. I know the robots think that this shows a 5-card club suit and 18 or more high card points. Fine, but that's just a system failure on your part if this is what you think you should be showing. What would I do over 4 spades? I mean, just double again. We still have values. We expect 4 spades to be going down an awful lot of the time with a natural trump trick. We want partner to be pulling with a 5 or 6 card suit of their own. And it's a little bit different here, given that we've doubled the first time, doubling the second time. Now partner can actually pull with a 5-card heart suit, because we really shouldn't have a doubleton heart for the way this auction has gone. So, unlike if the auction had started, say, 4 spades on our right and we made a double, then partner should be a little bit hesitant to pull with like jack 5th of hearts or 5 small hearts or whatever. But okay. We've had 5 clubs, so did the rest of the field. So let's see how it worked out. Not great. Where would we have gotten on this hand? I think partner should pass 4 spades doubled over there. Despite having 5 hearts, they know we have a fit, but it's such a bad heart suit. Even if it's opposite a 4-card suit over there, I mean, for one thing, at this vulnerability, the opponents might only have 9 spades between them, so we could easily have a spade loser. Heart finesses are likely to be offside. The fact that we have ace 4th of diamonds, which is going to frequently be opposite a 4-card diamond suit over here, means, unless partner has the king queen of diamonds, we're going to have a diamond loser. And even if partner does have the king queen of diamonds, diamonds could still be 4-1 due to the preempt. King of clubs is a nice card, but I think the hand is just better suited for trying to take tricks on defense than on offense. Well, we're in 5 clubs, and oddly enough, this is like the one contract where we could be making a slam if clubs are 3-3, or I guess I should say if we pick up the club suit and the hearts split, then we could be making a slam here. So percentage-wise, I would say in the club suit itself is just to play for the 10 to drop. Looks like spades are 6-4 on the auction. If I'm presuming that hearts are 3-2, which I don't need to. I mean, this isn't like some sort of imp contract where and I'm not in 6 clubs. It's far more likely that the clubs are 3-3 than 4-2, I guess, with the hearts splitting. But I mean, East could be, 6-2, 3-2 in shape with a doubleton club. East could be what else? I mean, East could be 6-3-2-2. We saw on the previous board the robots like leading doubletons. I mean, even if they just have natural trump tricks, which is kind of weird. So maybe that would indicate West is unlikely to have a doubleton somewhere. But since we know West has 4 spades, that means West is much more likely to be 4-3-3 than anything else. I think it's a 2-trick difference if we misguess the clubs. So if West started with ace-10 fourth of clubs, and we win the ace of spades, club to the king, club to the queen, West wins, plays a spade, we have to ruff, we play the jack of clubs and ace shows out. Now, even when the hearts split, we go ace, king, queen of hearts, but West declines to ruff. We play a diamond to the ace, play a heart, pitching a diamond. Now West ruffs, plays another spade. We ruff in our hand, but we still have a diamond loser. So we go down 1. Whereas if we pick up the club suit, we make 12 tricks. Which I guess means 5 clubs is not the right match point contract. We should either be in 4 or 6. I mean, it's obviously possible that West started with... Let's see what happens on the first spade trick. 10, 4, 5. It could be 10, 9, 4th and king, queen, jack 6th. I guess it could also be king 10, 9, 4th and queen, jack 6th. I don't think it's queen 10, 9, 4th on my left. East probably would have played the king. Trick 1. We don't really have any room to make a discovery play. I think we just have to decide how we're playing the club suit. And I guess the answer is... club to the king. I just don't see enough of a reason to play a club to the 9 to go for it. I think it's also anti-percentage, so let's just play clubs from the top. Okay. That's not great. All right, so I think I'm only getting my red suit cashers and all of my clubs from here. Yeah, that seems pretty likely. I don't think I need to be all that careful in how I play the hand out either. Okay, so East was very distributional over there. Uh-huh. That's like a 1 spade opener. Could we have done better if we had hooked the 9 of clubs? I'm a little bit curious. I didn't spend a lot of time thinking about it during the actual play. So spade to the ace, low club. If we put in the 9, I don't think it matters. We just always get tapped out. And the fact that they've already started spades means West always gets to force us in spades whenever they get in, maintaining trump control. Like, okay, maybe we could do better if we never touch the trump suit, but like we lead a club to the 9 and then just abandon trumps, but that's not a realistic line of play. So yeah, like if we had played the 9 of clubs and then just abandoned trumps from here, like the king of clubs he leads to down 2 once again, fine, but that's really just not realistic. So looks like everyone's going to be down 2 on this one. Unfortunately, another fairly flat board. I mean, who knows on board 1? Maybe the defense will go differently at other tables. All right, board 3. We open a spade. Partner raises us to 2 spades, and we have just like a really mediocre hand. It's like an 18 count, but not really the 18 that we wanted. The club splinter seems weird to me. What do we need for a slam? Right? Because the splinter is a slam try opposite whatever the normal range is, right? Like 6 to 9 or something, 7 to 10. Hey, Jitme. Thanks. Yeah, feeling a lot better. Not necessarily 100%, but at least I don't have like brain fog every time I talk. So I feel like my thoughts are a little bit more lucid. We would need partner to have the ace queen of spades, right? I mean, a long club suit would help, but that seems pretty... I don't think we really ever have a slam. So I'm not sure I understand the 4 club bid. Like, sometimes this type of bid would make some sense if the opponents had interfered. Like, let's say it had gone a spade, 2 diamonds or something, or 2 clubs even. 2 clubs by West. 2 spades, pass. Right? Now a splinter makes a little bit more sense because we're trying to help partner evaluate when, if, and when the opponent's bid at the 5 level. But here, I don't really see any reason to stop below game. We do have 18, and I don't see any reason that we're going to have a slam, so I think we just bid 4 spades ourselves. Partner bids 4 spades. They have kind of their expected garbage. All right. Well, we'll win the king of clubs. I guess it's convenient to just duck a spade out of hand immediately. Like, maybe something interesting happens on that trick, you know? If West is sitting on ace-jack 4th, maybe they pop up with the jack or something. I mean, who knows? If West is sitting on queen-jack 4th, they'll pop up with the jack. Actually, that's a probably very telling layout of the suit, where we could actually gain a trick. But more realistically, I mean, I just don't really see the reason to cross in diamonds immediately, then take my club discard, and then lead a spade to the king. That's all very committal. I can no longer take a heart finesse later. Like, they're going to have to lead something when we duck a spade, and either diamonds, clubs, or hearts will be good for us. Play low just in case East has like Queen Jack Doubleton or something like that. Because then we can use our dummy entry to lead a low spade to the other honor king, for example. So this is an interesting trick. I mean, someone may or may not have done something weird on this trick on defense. Like, it's possible East has won the queen from Queen Jack Doubleton. If it's a true card, the Singleton Queen, then we need to lead another low spade towards the 10 next. Which also picks off Ace Queen Doubleton on side. But if it's Queen Jack Doubleton, we need to lead the king next. So it is a bit of a sacrifice on our part. We do need to make a decision about what the spade is from. I mean, I think with this opponent specifically, they're far more likely to play the Jack of Spades from Ace Jack. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're not. Ace Jack 4th, they probably wouldn't. Ace Jack 3rd, they would, but then East would have won the 9. It does feel like it's percentage to now lead another spade towards the 10. Like, Queen Jack Doubleton and Ace Queen Doubleton are effectively like 50-50 in terms of likelihood. Whereas Ace Jack 4th, we can only pick up on the left if we lead low to the 10. Anyway, what am I doing on the heart switch? It looks a little bit scary for East to lead diamonds with King 10-9 and dummy. It looks a little bit scary for East to lead clubs, so I think East could have the heart queen here. It's possible. In which case we probably should take the finesse or something. My one concern is, if I take the heart finesse and it loses, is there any chance the opponents get a heart ruff at some point? Like, West wins the queen, plays back a heart, I win, I duck a spade. East wins the ace doubleton and then gives their partner a heart ruff. That seems possible. So I could avoid this by just hopping up with the heart ace. Ace of hearts, low spade. Okay, let's do it. Interesting. Well, that's one way to pick off the Queen Jack Doubleton on side. Okay, okay. Diamond pitch from East. So we misguessed the spades, but the opponents gave it back to us, which was very kind of them. West going ace of spades spade is also very weird. I mean, what was West afraid of? That we were going to end play them? Does that mean West has the heart queen? Like, if West didn't have the queen of hearts, they would just duck the next spade and not be afraid of getting thrown in because they could always just exit a heart or a club or something. I mean, I think it means West has the queen of hearts, but also I'm not sure there's much I can do about it. Like, there is some potential for a triple squeeze against West. If West has the queen of hearts and the queen jack of diamonds and a 5-card club suit, we can ruff the clubs good and then run our spades, and West gets squeezed in 3 suits. Because otherwise we have 2 losers, and a simple squeeze or any other sort of squeeze is not going to work against West to overcome our 2-trick differential. So I guess I'm just going to take the heart finesse because that's simple. I expect it to lose. Oh. Okay. We'll take it. Why did West not duck the ace of spades? They had nothing. They weren't even getting unplayed. They just had a bunch of small clubs. Well, that worked out pretty great. 450. I mean, happy about the result. We unfortunately misguessed the spade suit, but I think there was a good reason to do so. We're in 6 hearts. Often not a particularly interesting hand for these declare play only type deals. Yeah, this one does not look very interesting. So let's look at the auction just to talk about it for a second, but then we'll probably play through this one very quickly. Looks like we have about 14 top tricks. A diamond by partner, we bet a heart. So we have a 10 count. We don't have any reason to believe that this is some sort of slam hand. Partner bids 2 clubs. Still no reason to expect that we have a slam hand. 3 hearts invitational. Yeah, that feels like a pretty good bid, right? We're 6-3-2-2. We have a great heart suit. Plays well opposite a singleton. And not much support for partner suit, so we invite. Partner bids 3 now. We do have a decision over 3 now. I think that our hand, because partner could easily have a singleton or void in hearts, and our hand takes no tricks opposite that, in a no trump contract, we do have to pull to 4 hearts. So that seems fine. 4 no trump key card in hearts is an impossible bid. There is no way that partner could possibly make this bid given the auction so far. So partner has made a mistake at some point. I don't know where that mistake is, but one of these 3 bids is incorrect. We'll figure out where it is soon enough. We show 2 key cards with the queen. I mean, honestly, I expect 4 no trump as a natural to play bid in this auction because key card makes absolutely no sense. There's no way partner can have a key card call and want to sign off in 3 no earlier. Like 4 hearts didn't even say anything, right? We showed nothing more about our hand between 3 hearts and 4 hearts, and now partner can bid key card. So, okay, we show 2 with the queen. Partner bids 6 hearts. Partner just has a 20 count. Excuse me? I like how 2 clubs is announced as 11 to 16 because the robots will always jump shift with 17. What is 2 clubs? 2 clubs is gazilli. Didn't you realize? I mean, just what is 2 clubs? So yeah, 3 clubs is a pretty normal rebid on partner's hand with 20 highs. That seems where the issue came from. I mean, 3 no trump, I don't understand at all. Like, if you're going to bid 2 clubs with partner's hand, fine. It's probably not a good bid. Your hand's too strong. But, like, once partner bids 3 hearts, why did you bid 3 no? I mean, that might be a good time to bid key card. Find out if partner has a self-sufficient heart suit over here, which is pretty likely. Anywho, we're in 6 hearts. We don't have a great hand re-entry, so I think I'm just going to overtake the Jack of Hearts. Like, we could try and protect against 6-0 trumps. I guess, hold on. I can play the Ace of Hearts and lead the Jack, and if East shows out, I can play the 7 and then try and cross to hand with the Jack of Diamonds. That might not even be good, but I could do that. Maybe that's like slightly better, right? Because if hearts are 5-1, I don't need to worry about the diamond blockage. I have spade entries. Sure. I mean, I'm probably not prepared to like win the Jack of Hearts if he shows out and try and cross in diamonds anyway, so maybe this is just a fool's errand to try this. Like, it's probably still right to overtake the Jack of Hearts, pull as many trumps as I can, and then try and run diamonds pitching black suit losers. I don't know. This is just a silly thought in case hearts are 6-0, which is like never gonna happen. Let's play the ace. I'll give myself a little bit of thinking time if he doesn't follow to this trick. All right. Excuse me? Oh, I guess diamonds might not split, which is fine and understandable. So let's continue pulling trumps. Let's play a... I guess I've lost out on some opportunities to make extra tricks here. Let's pitch a spade. Okay, diamonds just split. 1460. I wonder if West should be leading the club ace against this auction. I think I probably would. I mean, clearly one of the opponents is messed up in the bidding. So you might as well take your ace and find out who it is. All right, board 5. 1 heart from partner. We bid a spade. I like the bid. We have an ace. 2 clubs from partner. Gazilli once again. They could have a 20 count. We rebid 2 spades. 2 spades is an interesting bid. I really do understand it at match points, but I would be very tempted to pass 2 clubs with this hand. One thing I'd be concerned about is that partner might have a big hand over there, and my hand is very unlikely to fit with theirs. Okay, what do we need for 5 clubs to make? Maybe a better question is what do we need for 4 spades to make, right? Because the main concern I have is that partner bids 2 no trump over 2 spades. And if they do that, now I feel kind of bad. I guess I'm going to bid 3 clubs. But I don't know. Wouldn't I rather have played at 2 clubs if they have that? Still, maybe 3 clubs is fine. So we get like a free shot at playing in the higher scoring part score at match points by playing in 2 spades, and sometimes we get a little bit higher in clubs. If they raise 2 spades to 3, can I ever make a game? Let's say partner has like ace doubleton of spades, ace of diamonds, king, queen, jack, 5th of hearts, and the club ace. That would be 18. It would be a really good 18, but probably well within the reaches of what partner can hold. I think we just have too many club losers. They'll probably figure it out soon enough. Like, they'll lead a diamond, we win the ace, we go ace of spades, spade, but now they switch to clubs and they still have trump control. I don't know. 4 spades is close when partner has a maximum. Anyway, we bid 2 spades. I think it's an interesting problem. We get the queen of hearts lead. Obviously we do. This unfortunately looks like the most optimal lead for the defense on the hand that we're looking at, which is insane to me. Queen of hearts. What a joke. Let's go ahead and win the ace. Wow, what do we do at trick 2? It's somewhat tempting to lead a diamond up, Because if West has the diamond ace, we'll get 2 diamond tricks to pitch 2 club losers, or we'll just steal a diamond trick, and then we don't have a diamond loser. 2 spades makes sense only to keep the bidding alive, but the hands we want to do that is limited. Well, at match points, it's a real thing to play in the major suit as opposed to the minor suit. Like a 6-1 spade fit, we're probably going to score better playing in 2 spades than we will in 2 clubs in the 4-4 club fit. Not always, but I think there's a decent enough chance, and partner could easily have 2 or even 3 spades over there for the bidding so far. So I think that's the big upside for 2 spades. Like, not necessarily that we want to get to game on our hand with just an ace opposite a partner who couldn't jump shift. Yeah, major suits are a real thing, you know, at match points, and especially at board a match. Although, obviously, this is match points. The pull or draw to play in a major is like extremely high. You will frequently bypass playing in a minor suit or even no trump to play a 4-3 major suit fit if you think it's going to take extra tricks. So, you know, a 6-1 fit is basically the same thing. Granted, our trumps aren't that strong here, but... Okay. The alternative to playing on diamonds is just to start working on the trump suit. Try and prevent ruffs. It's very likely we can get out with just 1 club loser if we can pull all the trumps. But I think I'm going to have a really hard time pulling trumps, right? So I probably should lead diamonds. That is unfortunate. We get a club switch. Okay. It sounds like clubs are 4-1 and hearts are 5-1. Which isn't great. But I don't know what to do about it now. I mean, I suppose I win the ace and I pitch my heart, and then we just start clicking on trumps and hope that something good happens. All right. Feels like I've kind of lost control of this one. Yep. There's a heart return. Okay. King of clubs. Yep. Very good. 8 of clubs. And a diamond. Well, that's weird. Does that mean that East has the rest of the trumps? I guess it does. All right, down 1. Still get the ace of spades. Not much we could do about that one. They were always getting 3 trumps, a club, a diamond, and a heart. And the fact that they got a club ruff, I guess, just was countered by the fact that East never cashed the king of hearts. No, they could always cash the king of hearts and still get a club ruff. I mean, West was always getting in with the jack of spades because it's Doubleton. Anywho, board 6. We have opened a no trump. We have 15, 16, 16, definitely 16. 2 no, transfer to clubs, we accept. All pass. Looks like a pretty reasonable auction. King of diamonds lead. I mean, a lot of people, I think, would be very tempted to just pass a no trump with ace 10, 9, 6 the clubs. But, you know, that's like match point greed. Transferring to clubs is kind of the normal thing to do. King of diamonds lead. Okay. I think I've decided to start just like experimenting with weird things to do to the robot, so I'm going to dump the 10 of diamonds and see what happens. Maybe I can convince West to not continue the suit. Nice. I mean, that might have happened anyway, but it's like... I can't have the ace jack of diamonds, right? I had 10 third and dummy. I would just always win the ace. So there's no reason for West to be afraid and switch suits. But this is great. Queen of spades switch. Okay. Queen, 3, 7, ace. The robots play standard carding. I mean, that 9 of diamonds at trick 1 was standard as well. So West has turned up with a pretty good hand, but that's not that surprising. East is a passed hand. West didn't want to recall vulnerable over a no trump. So West could still have a bunch more stuff. I mean, the normal way to play the club suit is to take a couple of finesses. I think I would like to lead a club to the queen if I could. But I don't think I can actually do that. I mean, not while preserving all of my entries. Like, I also kind of want to take a heart finesse, because it's a little bit free. I have a spade loser anyway, so even if I can't pitch a diamond on the heart hook, I can at least pitch a spade later. Like, my main concern is if I run the queen of clubs now, East wins. I mean, I guess they're never going to find this defense, but, like, East could technically lead a low diamond to their partner, a diamond back to the ace, and then a spade through, and now I don't have the opportunity to take the heart finesse. Or at least, like, I don't have a great chance for the heart finesse. I might lose and could go down a couple extra tricks. Well, let's run the queen of clubs. I think it's unlikely they find that defense, and in that case, I'm probably pretty likely to be able to try the heart hook later. I mean, obviously East could win and play back a spade, which also is uncomfortable for me, but I think East is pretty likely to just cash out diamonds. Ooh, okay. Queen of clubs, king, ace, small. Good start. So West is turned up with a lot of high cards. They do lead king from ace king. So it's possible West even started with the ace king of diamonds, but I think it's much more likely they started with king queen. King queen of diamonds, queen jack of spades is 8, king of clubs is 11. I mean, if West has the king of hearts, it's getting pretty close to a penalty double of a no trump. Although that wouldn't necessarily be my choice for a bid. But I think that means we should play a heart to the queen. Okay. 5 of spades? No, don't do this. I mean, they switched the queen. I guess I'll play the 10. Okay, they switched to queen from queen doubleton. It makes sense now. Let's cash the ace to just pitch some sort of loser. Like a spade. Lead a club. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. We could have been using our entries to shorten ourselves instead of taking the silly heart finesse. Like, how would I have known? I wasn't really paying attention to the spot card East played on the first club. I assume I can't just pull trumps now. Like, why would West stick in the 8 of clubs if I could? But Queen? Almost. Alright, so we're down 2. Minus 100. Could have done better. You know, West did have actually a pretty good hand over there. It's a little surprising that East didn't overtake trick 1 with the ace doubleton of diamonds just to cash out and make sure that they got the 3rd round ruffed. That's a pretty common play on defense. Like, king of diamonds, small. East very much could have played the ace of diamonds on this trick, knowing their partner started with the king queen, return the suit. Oddly enough, the 9 of diamonds might hold here since I had unblocked the 10. But, you know, something like this could have happened, and East gets their ruff, which wouldn't have hurt the defense in any way. They would have just kind of cashed the first 3 diamond tricks, and now West is on lead and gets to pick something to do. I don't know what that would be. Or, sorry, East is on lead here. So maybe East returns a spade or something, or a heart in this position. I would still be in mostly the same spot of needing to shorten myself or shorten the dummy to get out for down 1 and 3 clubs, but it might still not be obvious. I might still take like the same line of play, trying the heart finesse, for example, rather than like ace of hearts, heart ruff, to start shortening the north hand for the eventual trump coup. All right, we are in 2 spades on board 7. We have opened a spade. Pass, pass. Right hand opponent reopened with double. I really hate 2 clubs with this specific hand. I think 2 clubs is okay on 6-4. Like, imagine if our spades were king, jack, 9, 6th, and our clubs were like ace, king, queen, 4th, and we still had like a 16 or 17 count or something. Then 2 clubs makes a lot more sense. We want to let partner know we have 2 places to play. So that if partner has like a 3 count with 5 card club suit, partner's able to compete in the clubs. But here, we don't really want partner to compete in clubs, even if they have club support. We have a self-sufficient spade suit. So match point wise, once again, we should just rebid 2 spades, or redouble. But I think the fact that we're so distributional makes redouble a bit less valuable. Also, 2 spades very preemptive. If West has some hearts, but not a very good hand, the opponents might just let us play 2 spades when they could have competed to 3 hearts. Anyway, partner has nothing, but they do have 3 card spade support. We get a club lead on this auction, which is hilarious. Could be queen, jack, doubleton. Okay. So how do we want to play this one? The queen of clubs fetched the 3 from right-hand opponent. They play standard carding. If right-hand opponent had like ace, king, 9, 3 of clubs, I guess they couldn't afford to play the the 9 for fear that we had like jack 4th and we could then drop partner's 10 doubleton and escape with just 1 club loser. King of Diamonds a weird switch as well, but, you know, the robots aren't that up to date on their regular carding agreements. Normally holding the Jack, if you have the King, Queen, 10, which is pretty likely, you switch to the Queen, kind of showing off that holding. I imagine East has King, Queen, 10 for this switch. Otherwise, East could have just continued hearts. No reason to break the diamond suit when we have no entry to dummy. So the opponents have given us an opportunity to potentially rough the fourth round of clubs and dummy with the 9 of spades. And I think it's somewhat risk-free, right? If clubs are 3-3, we'll find that out, and then we can just pull trumps. And if clubs are not 3-3, had we pulled trumps... No, trumps could be 2-2. Yeah, that was the thing that I was thinking about. Yeah, if trumps are 2-2, we definitely want to pull trumps and then play clubs, because then we can rough the fourth round without worrying about the spade 10. But if trumps are 3-1, which is far more likely to be East having the singleton than West, we could potentially pick up singleton 10 and 3 small spades over here by exiting clubs now. I guess we can always pick that up though, right? Yeah, I can play the ace of spades, and if the 10 shows up, I can now just exit clubs. West only has one more club entry, if any at all. There's the 10 of spades, so I think we now just exit clubs. Queen of hearts return. Oh, clubs are 3-3. Oh, I hate it. Oh, I hate it so much. Well, I guess they get a diamond trick. So everyone else could just pull trumps and be completely fine. Would have been so much happier if that was actually Queen Jack doubleton of clubs over there. 110. Probably a flat board. We're in 2 clubs. So we had a 12 count here. We opened a club in 4th seat. A spade overcall on our left. Negative double from partner. A no trump on our right. This is a bit of an awkward spot against very conservative opposition. I think if this happened to me, playing against fairly aggressive or normal players, I would just double a no trump. I don't know if people would play that as support. I guess people probably would play it as support. I would like to double a no trump because I have spades. I was probably planning to pass out the negative double of 1 spade. At least that would be my thinking on this one. Like, neither opponent could open the bidding, right? So points are evenly distributed. The opponents don't have a spade fit because West overcalled at the 1 level and East didn't raise. So I would just take my chances that the opponents aren't making much on this hand by passing out the double of 1 spade. So it's like the fact that they've kind of escaped to 1 no trump, I still don't think they're making that. I do have 3 hearts in partner's supposed 4-card suit over there, at least 4-card heart suit. Anywho, we pass, partner balances with 2 clubs. Not thrilling from our side. We get a trump lead, also not ideal. Well, we have like no spot cards. Seems the opponents were actually doing quite well in a no trump. They were probably doing well in a spade also. We have what, like 2 spades, a diamond, a heart, and a club to take? They're making an over trick? That's unfortunate. 7 of clubs. You'd be happy defending a no trump with the north hand? Uh, it feels really bad to defend a no trump equal non-vulnerable at match points. It's basically always the wrong thing to do. Some people in the field will be in a no trump on your cards, maybe because they play a weak no trump and your partner just gets to open it in fourth seat or something. Or the opponents don't come in with a spade or whatever, or East doesn't bid a no trump and your partner bids it. So you're always losing match points if you defend a no trump at both non-vulnerable. So I think for what it's worth, I like the 2 club bid. I would have felt a lot more comfortable if South had a penalty double available and went after it, but it looks like that would not have been the winning decision on this layout of the cards. That's kind of what I mean. Like, if the opponents can both have 11 counts here, then it's really hard to go after them when they're past hands, because they could just have a game, right? The opponents could both pass and then like come back into the auction and bid to a part score, and they're just cold for game because they don't understand what opening bids are, right? They'll just pass good 11s or like even bad 12s, and they don't realize that the hands fit very well. So this makes it a lot less. I'm incentivized a lot less to double a no trump given these opponents specifically. But against like normal opponents who just can't have 11 for passing in first seed and let alone third seed, then yeah, I would absolutely double with this South hand. But it does look like here the opponents have what, like 10 ups at 9 maybe? Something like that. Maybe 11 ups at 8 is possible. You should learn how to play match points. Well, it's just the scoring, right? Like if you make the assumption that you take the same number of tricks on offense and defense against a no trump, then when you defend a no trump, no one vulnerable at match points, you're either scoring plus 50 when you could have been plus 90 your way, you're scoring plus 100 when you could have been plus 120 your way. Both of these are losing match points on the board. Or if the opponents are down 3, well, you probably should have doubled, but then you had 150 your way or potentially 400. So the only time you win match points is when the opponents are down 4 and your side is not getting to game. Then you get plus 200 and the opponents are minus 1, or instead of plus 180. But that's a pretty unlikely scenario. On the other end of the spectrum, if you're both vulnerable, then you want to defend, right? Because now you're going to be plus 100 instead of plus 90. If you beat them a trick, you're going to be plus 200 instead of plus 120 if you beat them a trick, and vice versa. You know, if you were going down a trick, you would prefer to defend a no trump vulnerable and declare a no trump non-vulnerable. It's just the form scoring. I don't know what more to say than that, but club lead. So it looks as if East has ace jack 10 fourth or possibly even fifth of clubs. That's not great. That is definitely not great. How am I ever taking tricks on this hand? Maybe hearts split? Is that possible? So West has like a doubleton club. They've led the 7 of clubs from 7 doubleton. If hearts split, West is 5-3, 3-2. If hearts don't split, I mean, East could have ace doubleton. East could be like ace jack 10 fourth of clubs, ace doubleton of hearts, and nothing else. But then West would have led the king queen jack of diamonds, so that's not East's hand. I think West has the ace of hearts. Yeah, let's work on hearts. Okay, so East didn't have a heart stopper. They just bid a no trump because they felt like it in this auction. That's kind of crazy. That's actually insane. This isn't going great for me because now spade comes through. Yeah, I only have two more tricks. Sorry, three more tricks. King of spades and a diamond and the queen of clubs. All right. Yeah, the description says nothing about a heart stopper. It's true. The description does say nothing about a heart stopper. But, I mean, it really should after the negative double. Well, kind of worked out for East-West. They would have got to play a no trump, which looks like a pretty good score from their side. All right. We're halfway through. I mean, could we have done better on that hand? I don't think so. Although maybe if we had popped up with the queen of clubs at trick one, the defense would have had a harder time doing everything correctly. Anyway, down two. On to board 9. Pass, pass. We open a heart. We have a 16 count. I think this hand's too good for a no trump, for what it's worth. In third seat, the hand's just way too strong in terms of trick taking. 2 clubs Drury, 4 hearts. Yeah. The thing is, these Drury bids are often very distributional by a past hand. Like, if you think about the types of hands partner can have to show a limit raise in your major, it's going to be hands with 4 trumps, in which case you probably want to play in the major series. I'm just talking because I consider 3 no trump a viable alternative to 4 hearts. But when partners a past hand, they can't just have their extras in terms of high card points. So very frequently, they're going to have like 8 or 9 counts with a singleton somewhere, in which case now 3 no trump doesn't play very well, despite us having a bunch of top tricks and cashers. Partner's going to have a singleton club or singleton spade or something. Pretty unlikely on this hand, but it's possible. Anywho, 4 hearts feels like a fine bid. I think 3 no trump is still viable, but I understand not doing it. It's a little bit of like match point greed. Like here, if the opponents don't lead diamonds, which who knows if they will, like maybe they'll lead the queen of spades from queen jack 10 fifth, 3 no trump is going to do much better than 4 hearts because we just have the same cashers. Club lead. Okay. So is this always Jack Doubleton? Because, like, it should be Jack 10 third or Jack 10 fourth, but I have a feeling it's much more likely to be Jack Doubleton than anything else. The opponents are intent on pitching diamonds. This is a spot where I think it's fairly obvious. So I'm going to point out something that is probably not talked about much, but would really help a lot of people's defense. So I'm going to continue playing trumps because it just doesn't hurt from my side, right? But the opponents should be keenly aware that if I needed to ruff a spade, why am I pulling so many trumps? So they should be able to discern that I have at most 2 spades in my hand, and therefore it's always safe for them to just start pitching spades at any point. But like here, they're pitching clubs. Finally, East throws a spade. I guess I'm gonna pitch a diamond now. East has pitched another spade. All right. Club hook is working. Jack 10 fifth, plus 480. So would 3-0 have worked there? I mean, West is pretty likely to lead from Jack 10, 8, 7, 6 of clubs against 3-0 also. Could have just been plus 490 and won the board, gotten our 100% result in the field because everyone else is playing in 4 hearts. Which is like foolish people. Sometimes it doesn't work though, you know? Sometimes West has ace king fifth of diamonds and leads a low diamond and you're just minus when the rest of the field is plus 450 on the hand. Pass, we pass in second seat, 10 count. Partner opens in fourth, a diamond. We bid a heart. Partner bids 2 clubs, which I guess is the same 2 club bid that they made on board 4. So we're expecting partner to have an unbalanced 20 count on this one. We bid 3 diamonds, which is like insane. I also like how the description says 3 or more diamonds. How is it possible that this bid could be made with 3 diamonds? Like, this is non-forcing. Partner must be able to pass, so we have to have a fit. If we had just a balanced hand, we would bid 2 no trump to invite. You can't, like, bid 3 diamonds without a fit. Like, what should we do with this hand? I mean, I don't know. I don't like it. I think I would just bid 2 diamonds. Partner can still have 4 diamonds. I think for the robots, they can still have 4 diamonds because they'll rebid this with, like... I'm actually not sure what. Like, 3154? 3145? So, I don't think partners should be allowed to have 4 diamonds in this auction. I think you should always open your longer minor here. Just rebid a no trump, even if you have a singleton in your partner's major suit, which is just fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But some people will still play this kind of insanity where, like, 2 clubs can have longer in either minor. 3 spades. All right, 3 no trump. Well, we got here. We found out about partner spade stopper. I really do think I would just rebid 2 diamonds. Like, this hand doesn't feel like we have the trick-taking power in no trump. Even if partner has a spade stopper, I'm worried about the king, queen of hearts. If this was the ace of hearts, I would actually feel a lot better about inviting a no trump despite only having a 9 count. Because now we might be able to run like 7 tricks in the minors, cash our ace of hearts, and our partner's spade stopper is the 9th trick. King, queen of hearts, I think, are going to be a bit too slow in 3 no trump, but we'll see. It could work, right? We have a 10 count. I mean, 10 counts opposite solid opening bids tend to be invites. So here we go. We had a diamond lead. Not a spade lead. Interesting. God, why would they lead diamonds on this auction? Diamonds would be like the fourth choice of suit that I would lead. Like, show me any West hand on this auction, and I would be like ranking my choices. Okay, like spades number one. Clearly, there's no world where I'm not leading spades. Second, hearts. I guess sometimes I have like ace jack 10, fourth of hearts behind the heart bidder, and I'm just like, well, I guess I'll try it. Third, clubs, because North probably has shorter clubs than diamonds. Diamonds just like gives them every opportunity to start setting up their side suit tricks. So how do I want to do that? You can think of hands where diamonds would be the third choice, like hands with like a heart void, where you just like physically cannot lead one of the suits. I suppose if you gave me like 7-6 with 6 diamonds, then diamonds would probably be my second choice on the hand. Like having not taken a call in this auction. Well, okay. So fortunately, we do get to gloss over a lot of like the things that would normally be going through my head about match point declare play problems. Like, for example, is the field going to be in this contract? Or is the field going to be in an alternative? Like, what are different opening leads that I might expect at other tables? Like here, I would expect a spade lead at a bunch of tables. But those things are just not something we should concern ourselves with in this form of scoring, at least. So 5 diamond tricks, 2 club tricks, a heart trick is 8. I mean, we're somewhat likely to get a spade trick if they ever switch to spades. I think it's more likely that West has the ace of spades than like the queen or something, given the non-spade lead. Because West is sitting here thinking that leading away from the spade ace is risky. But leading away from the spade queen would be like, well, we got to set up tricks somewhere, so may as well try this suit. I just don't have 2 convenient entries to my hand to lead clubs up twice. Normally, I would like to do that. If I knew the heart ace was on side, I would probably, you know, like win the king of diamonds, lead a club up to the king, lead a heart. Well, all right. Since I don't think I'm leading clubs up any number of times, I think I'm just going to lead the king of clubs from dummy. Okay. Ooh, 10 of clubs. Ooh, ace of hearts. This hand is going much better than expected. East as a passed hand is turned up with the club ace and the heart ace. So we know the spade ace is on side. I guess I try and steal a spade trick by leading towards the king. There's no way, right? There's like 0 chance that this works. Like against human opponents, if I led the 10 of spades, West might not cover. I think West always wins the ace. Is there any way that I can... No, there's no way that I can, like, cash a bunch of tricks and end in my hand. So let's just lead a spade. Ugh, shucks. Wait, West started with ace, queen, jack of spades and didn't lead them? They led a diamond from 3 small instead of a spade from ace, queen, jack, fourth on this auction. That's incredible to me. Like, the 3 spade bid was the one showing the stopper. So you know the king of spades is even on your left. It's not like they could even potentially have been hoping that Declare had the spade king and they would score the finesse later. All right, board 11. We have opened a spade. Okay, partner has overbid 2 clubs, game forcing, 2 heart overcall. We bid 2 spades. Fine. Partner has made the fast arrival bid of 4 spades. Wait, it's not even fast arrival. It says 13 or more high card points. Oh, 14 to 16 total points. What did 2 clubs show? 14 plus total points. 14 plus is a lot. Like, a balanced 13 count is not 14 plus, right? 4 triple 3 13 is only 13 total points because you don't get any shortness points. And no extra points for long suits. This is crazy to me. Is that really how 2/1 game forcing works for the robots? I think I've always seen them game force 13s. I've also seen them game force 8s, though, so it's kind of just a crapshoot what they have. We have a really good hand. Unfortunately, the fast arrival bid makes things a little bit difficult on checking for slam tries. Let's think about hands that partner could hold, where slam is making. I mean, partner really doesn't need much. Ace, queen of clubs, king, queen of spades. Yes, that's 2 key cards with the queen. They should not be making a fast arrival bid with a hand that's that good. But obviously this partner will do anything. What are some really bad hands they can have? They could have like the king of hearts. Like king 4th of hearts or something. And they might only have a doubleton spade because we promised 6. Okay, fair enough. I agree. Maybe we just pass 4 spades. I would really prefer if partner could make like a 3 spade raise to show the support and still allow us to make a non-serious try. Or even a serious try. I'm not sure how serious we are with this hand. Trumps are bad, but the rest of the hand's really good. Well, we're on a guess for the spade queen for a slam. And partner just has like a really good hand over there. 3 card spade support, 2 key cards. Okay. So East wins the king of hearts. I mean, pretty likely that he started with ace king 6th. 8 of hearts also kind of confirms that. West can't really have 3 small hearts and have led the 8. So it's either singleton or doubleton. I think it's pretty likely that it is singleton. Or, sorry, doubleton. Diamond switch. Looks a lot like a singleton to me. I mean, it's definitely risky for East to try the heart ace, because we might have a useful loser to pitch on the queen of hearts if East is wrong. But that seems a much more sensible defense than this diamond switch. So that's why I have a strong belief this is shortness. I mean, it could be doubleton. The robots frequently lead low from doubletons in the middle of hand. Do the robots think 2 hearts shows a good hand? They do, even inside of a 2/1. I think generally in a 2/1, you kind of want to make this as like a preemptive type bid. Mostly lead directional, but it's like your sound 2-level preempt sort of thing, like ace king 6th of hearts and out is a perfectly good hand for it. Sometimes you find a fid and you get to save. Sometimes you just get partner off to the right opening lead, and you're a lot more protected against getting doubled because the opponents have already game forced. So they're going to have to set you more than the value of their game at the 2 level for it to be worthwhile. You got burned today from the low doubleton from the robot? Yeah. They do that all the time in the middle of the hand. I don't have a good reason to expect that the spades are splitting badly. So, I mean, it's a little weird, though, with East supposedly promising 11 to 16 points and only having ace, king, 6 of hearts. Not even the jack. No diamond cards. No club cards other than the jack of clubs. It's like very tempting to me to hook East for the spade queen, which is like so highly anti-percentage. But if they need to have that card to get up to a 2 heart bid, it would also make a little bit more sense if East had the spade queen as to why East didn't return hearts, actually. Because if East didn't have the spade queen, then there would be a real chance of going ace of hearts cashing with West having led a singleton, and then another heart, promoting a trump trick for West. Whereas if East has the queen of spades, they'll quote unquote know that we could always just like rough with the 10 of spades in our hand and then play a spade to the king and hook them for the queen later. I think I'm going to use that read and take a spade hook against East. I don't know if this is going to work. 2, 6, 3. West doesn't even bother covering. Fine. We'll win the 6. Well, we tried. So this is probably going to be like close to a 0, I guess. East didn't have anywhere near their 11 to 16 or whatever 2 hearts promised. That's okay. We know better for next time. But yeah, I have found that these fields, especially in the robot events, just like follow 8 ever, 9 never like a religion. So that unfortunately is going to be close to a 0 for us. Going against it and getting it wrong. I still don't really understand the diamond switch from East. It really seems like playing a second heart is the best chance defensively. I mean, not only just for a second trick, but you might get a third. Anyway. Pass, 3 hearts on our right. We overcall 3 spades opposite a passed hand partner. Oh no. That's not the bid. This is really not the bid. What should we do over 3 hearts? Man, I'm not even sure I want to double when partner's a passed hand. But I guess I would probably double. Just because I have a singleton heart. You know, it's match points. We want to aggressively compete for part scores. And it feels like we should be doing that here. Like, obviously 3 spades is more likely to get us to the right part score if it goes 3 hearts, 3 spades, all pass. But 3 spades shows a really good hand. Most of the time on this kind of auction, partner's going to have spade support, and they're effectively just always going to raise us. So would we rather... like, if our choices were 3 spades versus pass, I would definitely pass with this hand. Like, would I rather bid 4 spades opposite a passed hand partner or defend 3 hearts? I think I would take my chances at defense. I have what looks like maybe 3 tricks on defense. Hopefully partner can provide a couple more. We go plus. Anyway, 4 hearts on our left, 4 spades from partner. No surprise. Let's see what we got ourselves into. This... actually worked out great. West led the club ace. Maybe it worked out great. I guess we'll see in a second if East roughs the second club. Okay. Uh-huh. 9 of diamonds, you say? Man, this defense is weird. Ace of clubs, ace of hearts, diamond. So, it's definitely possible West has a singleton diamond. It's also possible clubs are 6-1. There's just no chance the king of diamonds is onside, given this defense. Like, if West had the diamond king, West would try and cash another club. Or West would, like, play another heart. I don't know. Does 3 hearts promise 7 even in third seat? It says it does. Switching to a diamond is just so weird. Like, I'm not so worried about the diamond ruff. West would be very likely to ruff from queen third of spades, and then we can just pull trumps, and West loses a trump trick. I'm a bit more worried that it goes queen of diamonds, king, diamond ruff, club ruff. That would give West 3-3-1-6 shape, which I think is very possible. Obviously, they've missed out on their opportunity to get a club ruff, but, you know, the robots can't figure that out, so... I mean, why would West switch to diamonds if they had the king? I'm really not seeing it. So I'm very worried about this, what I think is a realistic possibility of West being 3-3-1-6. It's just win the ace, play a couple rounds of trumps, and I guess concede down 1 is pretty likely. All right. Three, 3-2-5, so it wouldn't have mattered if I had taken the diamond hook. We were just always going down 1 there. Weird defense, though. Very weird defense. Alright, board 13. Partner opens a diamond. We bid a heart. Partner bids 3 hearts. We bid game. Looks pretty reasonable to me. Okay. Is partner's hand good enough to make a slam try? Because, I mean, obviously we would love to be in slam on these hands. It seems maybe good enough. I think partner wants to be in game. So in that case, you know, you can't just bid 4 hearts. We're distributional. Partner should be splintering in spades. We would get to the good slam. I haven't even thought about whether or not I have chances to make 13 tricks, but the way that I normally evaluate whether or not a hand should be bidding like 2 hearts, 3 hearts, or 4 hearts, or, you know, that sort of thing in these types of auctions is how would the hand play if partner was just like had 5 cards in their major suit to one of the top 2 honors. So in this case, king, 5th of hearts, and no other high cards. Well, Opposite that hand, I think North is pretty likely to be making 10 tricks in a heart game. You'll lose 2 clubs, you might lose a trump, but you can rough the diamonds good. You might need a little bit more work than that, but it seems pretty likely that that's the number of tricks you'd end up taking, is 10, even against the expected 3-1 trump division. So for that reason, I think I would be more interested in bidding a game with the north hand, and therefore the best way to go through game is to splinter in spades. That would make our hand pretty excited. We have no wasted spades, good trumps, queen of diamonds fitting in partner's diamond suit, king of clubs is a good card. I think we would have gotten to the slam. All right, diamond lead. Well, we'll stick in the 9. The fact that East didn't cover makes me think that diamonds are pretty likely not splitting. Because if East had Jack third, they would have realized it doesn't matter if they duck this trick, and so they would just put in the Jack on the hopes that something weird was going on. But when East has Jack fourth, for one thing, they might be worried we have singleton queen, so they don't cover. But for another, they know they can block the suit and cause us problems. All right. So if trumps are 3-2, we can just claim our 12 tricks. We pull 3 rounds of trumps, unblock the diamond, knock out the club ace. If trumps are 4-1... I guess I make 11 tricks a lot of the time. Let's say I go king, queen of hearts, and East shows out. Then I lead the diamond queen. If West roughs, I can always rough a spade, return, pull trumps, run diamonds, pitching spades, and then knock out the club ace. If West fails to rough, I can take a heart finesse and then do the same thing. Run the diamonds, pitching spades, eventually knock out the club ace. So I guess I'm just going to pull trumps and we'll see what happens. Okay. 12 tricks, 680. Missed our slant. Diamonds weren't 4-1. They were 3-2. I'm a little surprised. Could we have made 13? It looks like the answer is no. I just don't have enough entries to the south hand to rough enough spades. All right, board 14. 3 boards to go. Pass on our right. We open a club. 2 clubs by our partner. Inverted. 2 no trump. We're balanced. Partner bids 3 no. 13 to 18. Okay. Diamond lead. There's no bidding by the opponent, so West had the opportunity to overcall over club. East had the opportunity to open the bidding. Partner has 13, as do we. Let's play the jack of diamonds at trick 1. Okay, East wins the ace. And returns the 2 of diamonds. I assume we should take the finesse. And pitch a spade. Great. Now what? So East 2 of diamonds returned should indicate diamonds are 4-4. And the fact that no one bid makes it also much more likely that suits are just splitting pretty well in general. So clubs are pretty likely to be 3-2. Okay. Let's try and play some clubs. Fair enough. Yeah, now what? I mean, I guess it makes sense that I should play spades now. Like, if I play another club, East is gonna win, and obviously they can cash a couple diamonds, but East could also just, like, play spades through me anyway. So I may as well play spades myself, not lose a club trick in the process. How do I want to guess the spades? West pitched a heart on the second club. And otherwise, we've gotten no real information from the opponents. If we're playing against human opposition, they might give us some sort of suit preference in the diamond suit on that second round of diamonds, for example. Or, sorry, third round of diamonds. West might have given us suit preference. I think I'm going to lead a spade to the king. It feels a little anti-percentage. East has already turned up with the diamond ace, but I mean, obviously East can't have both the ace and queen of spades, or shouldn't have both, because they would have not passed in first seat. That would give them a pretty good 11 count with some shape. The heart discard from West, I think, is just much more likely to be from a bunch of small cards, and West, like, there's sort of a restricted choice consideration. West holding the spade ace would be perfectly happy pitching a spade, possibly even an encouraging spade, but West holding not the spade ace, like queen third or queen fourth, might not pitch spades. So that's why I think it's more likely East has the spade ace. All right. Unlucky. Wait. I'm sorry, what happened in the diamond suit? Wait. Wait, what happened in the diamond suit again? East returned the 2 diamonds from 6-2 Doubleton? No. No way. It went 4 diamonds to the ace and the 2 diamonds back. That's amazing. Wow. All right, well, didn't see that one coming. I do think, once again, we probably got a pretty bad score. Everyone in the world playing in the robot tournaments just, like, takes the lowest finesse possible, so they'll just be playing a spade to the jack, and they'll get out for down 1 fewer on that hand. It's okay. Board 15. We got 2 boards to go. We open a heart. A no trump on our left. Partner bids 2 hearts. I'll pass. This hand intrigues me. Okay, partner table's an 8 count with 3 card trump support. I guess this all makes sense, but it just kind of feels like maybe East had a bid somewhere in here and never took it. We have 10. There's 8 over here. Left-hand opponent is capped at like 18, I guess. So East might only have 4. Heart lead. Well, the ace of diamonds is on side. We're not going to forget to take that finesse today. Because West would have led a club from King, Queen, Jack, so East has at least one of the top 3 club honors. Most likely. I guess I'm going to lead a diamond up immediately. West looks like they're planning to just pull a bunch of trumps, which is going to prevent me from roughing spades if that was ever a consideration. Oh. Well, that was a play I didn't expect. So East has followed low, high, and diamonds. They give standard signals. I think it's possible West has started with ace-jack doubleton. In which case, I'm in a little bit of trouble, because if I return a heart and West wins and plays back a club, I can no longer like make use of the diamonds that I can set up to pitch spade losers. But anyway, I guess I'm going to try and pull some trumps. Okay. You got me. I could still hope the spades are 3-3. So if West has 2 diamonds, 3 hearts, they would need to have 2 clubs and 4 spades for spades to split badly. I guess they could have 4 clubs and 2 spades. Also possible. Although, did I see East pitch a spade on the second trump? I was not paying attention. It might have been a club. So East shape, if East has 4 spades, would be 4-1. It's just not possible. East would be balancing with double for takeout. Or sorry, making like a takeout double or something. Oh, they don't play double as negative. What is double of 2 hearts? I would like to know. Can we summon the opponents to the table so that I can ask them what they're about their system? What is double of 2 hearts? Because if it's like takeout or something, 4-1-5-3 is not a possible shape for East. In which case, I think spades have to be 3-3. Wait, you know what's even more likely? We know East has a club honor. I guess the jack of clubs. We know East has the diamond. Pretty sure East has the diamond queen. I mean, West could have been being a little tricky with that jack of diamonds return. Against humans, I would be probably taking a different view. But against the robots, I'm not. So I think the king, queen of spades are just on side. I can just lead up towards the jack twice. Heart over, spade. Ruff the club return, spade. Ruff the club return. Unblock the spade. Ruff a diamond back to hand and cash the spade ace. I was about to massively overcomplicate this thing. What? No! There's no way! Spades better split. Oh my god. I don't believe it. How did they mess this up so badly? West also could just like played low when I let a spade up towards the jack. So East had like a very obvious bid at some point in this auction. I don't know what it was. They were 5-5 in the minors. Never took a call. I mean, they gave me a chance. I actually kind of had to do what I did to get a chance. If I had just ducked that 10 of spades return or whatever it was, 8 of spades return, that would have worked out better. All right, last board. We get to slam, another probably somewhat uneventful hand. We'll take a look. 1 club by partner, spade overcall on our right. We have 18, which is interesting, because we know East has something over there for the vulnerable overcall, but it's not in spades. We decide to bid 2 diamonds. I'm just wondering if spade passes back around to partner and they reopen double, how rich are we going to get? Because we're favorable, so the opponents are unfavorable, which means we don't need to beat 1 spade all that much to do better than the value of a potential game. And slam is like probably not making, given what our hand looks like. We have a bunch of wasted stuff in the opponent's suit. Singleton King of Hearts is bad. Our worst suit is the one that partner opened. Diamond finesse is likely to work if needed, but slam still seems a bit far off. Probably not worth it. We only have 3 spades. If partner's able to reopen with double, then the opponents have at least 8 trumps between them. Okay, so we bid 2 diamonds. Partner bids 3 diamonds. For no trump, I don't really like the bid. God, what bid do I like, though? I mean, this is just a really awkward spot. Maybe we should... I think in match points, we should probably just give up on game and bid 3 now. Or sorry, not give up on game. Give up on slam and bid 3 now. I just really do not like our prospects for slam, given my heart and club suits. It could work. I mean, we might miss a slam, but this does not feel like the hand to explore with. Partner shows 2 key cards, no trump queen, so we're off a key card, and now we have no way to sign off in 5-no. We bid 6 diamonds. We'll see how it works. We get a spade lead. Okay. Looks like we're in a pretty good spot. Although, if the diamond hook loses, the club hook also loses, so maybe we're not in such a great spot. We'll win the spade ace. I guess I'm gonna cross in hearts first. Take a diamond hook, just in case spades are 8-3-1-1 around the table. Pretty unlikely, but doesn't seem like there's any harm in doing so. I'm trying to think about the alternative. What if diamonds are 4-0 onside? I could use the ace of hearts to pitch a spade. But then I only have 1 entry to take a diamond hook. Yeah, it's not good enough. All right, let's cross in hearts and eventually rough a spade back to take another diamond hook. East flew the king of diamonds. Well played. I still think it's pretty likely East has the club king. Let me do a little bit more exploring. Let's see if East covers the Jack of Hearts. Let's cash the Spade King just to get a bit more of a count. Hey, Schmabel. Like, I'm very tempted to play the ace. I just think it's so likely East has a bit more than, like, Queen Jack fifth of spades, the King doubleton of diamonds, and the Queen whatever of hearts. I guess East would need to be 6-4-2-1 for flying the club ace to be correct. That sounds pretty unlikely to me. I should just take the finesse. Alright. Hey, look at that. Wait, East was 5-5. Like, if they had bid Michaels, I probably would have done the wrong thing. Okay, well, 940. I think, unfortunately, the hands were meant for, as, like, an intro to, like, club-level bridge play. Like, intro to Bridge 101. That was the set we got dealt. Like, if you just take all of your finesses, you're going to do pretty well in this set. We did not take all of our finesses. I don't think we're below 50, but we did not have, like, a great set today. 51, almost.